Episode 3 of the Hereford FC save, Rags to Riches, where I try to take a lower league English team to the Premier League. Now, I probably won't get that far by the time FM18 rolls around, but we'll see where we can get. A little bit of news from our last episode. We had an injury to our left back, Slocum, so not really bothered by that because, you know, he's always playing like shit anyways. So we went out and we found this guy, Max Kilman. Took him on trial, and he's actually pretty decent. Just going by the star ratings, we will be playing him at fullback on automatic, so not too bad. Positioning could be a little bit better. Good stamina. I want to see that work rate up a little bit more, but we'll take him, and he is a lot better than who we have playing now, which is, let's see, Snowden, whatever you want to call him. So big upgrade there. So once Slocum comes back, then Jordan here will probably be relegated to the under 18s, which gives me an idea to see his last game out. He got a 7.8, so automatically an upgrade. As far as, you know, the last game goes, pretty excited about that. So he is going to come in for Snowden, whatever you want to call him, until Slocum comes back, which will be 6 to 3 weeks. So I'm gonna say probably about 2 weeks there. And going back on our run of form, let's see, we stopped at Farnborough, so we played Basingstoke in the Southern League Cup and won 3-0. In these 3 games here in the Southern League, we're a little bit closer than they look. Came back to win this one 2-2, and then Jamie Bird hit a 53rd minute winner. And then we tied one after a long run of wins after our first loss of the season. Tied one. Andrew Mills got sent off, and then we had an injury. That's where Slocum got injured. So the last, couple minutes there, we were playing with 9 men. But for the majority of the game, it was 10 men, and then came back and tied that one. And this one here, we were down. We were up 1, and then they came. Actually, it was a lot closer. They came back and got one in an injury time in the 90th minute, but it was a lot closer than that. So the form is still good, but not as good as it has been, which is kind of worrying me. But that's not a problem. I think we're still going to win the league. So we are in right now today. We're doing the FA second round, and then let's see, we're home against Hampton and Richmond, and then Biggleswade Town, which they are 20th in the league. So we got those 2 today. Just a little tip, and I keep forgetting to remember this when I do my scouting. When you do the short list, you know, I had a couple of these guys when I was looking for the left back. I wasn't going to get him in time, you know, for the next game to come around, because like I said, I like to rotate pretty heavily. And then I just brought them in on trials, and you can do that when they're free agents, when they're not in contract. Just bring them in on trial. Takes a couple clicks, and your scouts or your coaches will grade them, you know, rather than waiting however long, because we only have 3 scouts at the moment. So remember to bring them in on trial in these lower leagues if they're not in contract. All right, so we're gonna head on here. Submit the team. And where are Hampton and Richmond? They are in the Vanarama National. Okay, so this might be a little bit of a challenge. It'll kind of give us a look at and see where we're going to be next year. And then National League South. So they're 1 above us. Okay. Dressing room. Don't impress me. difference, make a difference, make a difference. And let's see how we get on. Hoping to kind of prove a little bit of a point here with this game as far as where they're at in their league and where we're at. I want to see exactly what we might be looking forward to next season. So we're kind of starting off slow. I think I'm going to drop this back to control a little bit more, not getting as many shots as I would like. And possession's still okay. And they're looking a little, their condition is looking a little bit lacking. They already got guys down in the low 70s. And up front, we're playing like shit. So that's great. Hopefully we can get that to improve. I haven't improved on our shots at all. And our ratings are going down. Kind of disappointing. So, looks like we need to light a fire under their ass. Hopefully we can get a goal back here before halftime. Up to Holmes, up to Coughlin. Back to Kilman to Leacham. And Coughlin. Oh man. That was a close one. Should have had that one. Almost a free header. Alright, at halftime. Looks like we only got no shots on target. One off the woodwork. No clear cut chances. One half chance. We got possession though. Once we switched control, we got possession a little bit, so I am going to go in far from pleased. And you got the ability to make a difference, and all green except for Andrew Mills. Son of a bitch. Alright, let's see if we can get one back here. If we can sneak one in here, that would be great. It looks like we're going to need to make some early subs here. Early subs because we are not playing too well. Get on the end of that. Get it. There we go. And that's it. That should be the winner. I'm going to go ahead and say that's the winner. I know I might be shooting myself in the foot there, but I'm going to say that's the winner. Not looking like they're too threatening with their two. I mean, they could turn it on. They could make a mentality change and go on attacking, but I don't think so. If you're looking at their conditioning, yep, there we go. And Evans has been solid for us this year. He hasn't been great. He hasn't been horrible. He makes the saves he's supposed to make. He hasn't had too many horrible, saves where they'll turn their back for some reason or whatever. But I've seen it where they kick it into their own goal from point blank range. So that hasn't happened. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, get the ball forward. Target man, come on, Derbyshire. Hit it up to him. Hit it. There we go. Get there. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Connie's a solid player. I like him. And he just re-signed. I had a couple new signings. Coughlin just signed again. Connie signed again. I think Derbyshire signed again. I locked up a few forwards, and I think one of my midfielders I locked up for next year. I don't know if I'm too crazy about these one-year contracts, especially with guys that I think will develop. I know they won't develop right now because we're not full-time or we're not professional, but once we turn professional, I think I want to kind of do away with the short-term contracts for some players, because I don't want to get the risk of them having one good season and then turning around and not being able to sign them because I asked for too much money. That doesn't sound too appealing to me. So if they're good, or I think they're gonna have a good season, I want to go ahead and lock them down for a couple of years rather than playing that same merry-go-round every year. So it looks like Kilman needs to come off. I know we're up 2-0. This is usually a time when I would go with ratings instead of conditioning. So I think I go with one of each. So he is out, and we're going to bring in Snodden. And we're going to go with who's the poorest rating? Jordan Jones in the middle. He's a deep-lying playmaker, and I think it's James King. No, not James King. Sam Evans is who he's our deep-lying playmaker. So that's what we're going to go out at. It's Holmes, center midfield, and Evans coming in, deep-lying playmaker. All right, let's see where we get. So that changed there about halfway through the first, or about a third of the way through the first half there too. The control kind of helped us out, started getting a little bit more shots on target. because they probably are a better team than us. So you wouldn't really want to be attacking. You'd want to go down control or maybe even standard, but it's working out well for us. In about 70th minute, we're going to go ahead and make another change here and see what we can do. And another change. I'm going to go with this. And usually my left and right backs are always the first two to come off. I'm going to go with Paul Smith. And Paul Smith is good because he can play up the right side, any one of these. He's naturally a right back, a right winger, but we play him as right back now. And if we get an injury, then I think we have a few on our under 18s that we can put in. So got all that locked up. That's why I always usually go over on my budget because, like I said, I like to play two teams, to rotate if injuries happen or we get in a stretch where we have to play, 3 games in a week or 4 games in a week, something crazy like that. So that's always good to have the backups. And I don't mind going over by a little bit. I know you're not supposed to do it in these lower leagues. You want to kind of pinch the money as much as you can, but I think halfway through the season, I knew that we halfway through the first half, I knew that we were going up, so I didn't mind going over a little bit on spending. So not that big of a deal to me. But I don't know how much of a hit that's going to take from us going professional. That's the key. I know I've seen it usually anywhere from 600 to $1 million. So, I mean, we've got that in the bank, but that's gonna ding us at the end of the year. But like I said, we are going to get promoted. Don't know how much money or how much we'll get from that, but we'll see. Like I said, this is a learning experience for me. Usually, the lowest league I think I did was on a save was League One, with I think a Bury or Blackpool, but that was when I first started playing. So it did well. So I'm gonna say they did well, and they're all green, good to go. And we're gonna see a little bit of what happened here at the end. If this takes too long, then we'll probably just end it here and then go on to the next game at Biggleswade. And I think that's what we're going to do. Up next, the game versus Biggleswade Town away. All right, on to our next game versus Biggleswade Town, who are bottom of... No, they came out. I thought they were bottom. Oh, they were 20s. For some reason, I thought, no, I'm used to being in the Premier League. I thought they were 20 teams. Oh well. So anyways, we had a few things happen. This gentleman here, Demon, we just got rid of him. And he went to Biggleswade, which is nice. And he's in their starting lineup. And it says that when he was here, he had 4.5 star potential, but probably not going to happen. Especially being semi-professional. Or were I even semi-professional? Or yeah, semi-professional. So that wasn't going to happen. So he had to go, and he wasn't as good as our other defenders. So no problem there. And then Mr. Charlie Gorman decided to throw a temper tantrum again because he wanted more first-team soccer, which I thought I gave to him, but I guess not. So we're going to have to be starting him in the next few games, which is kind of running me into a problem here because I usually like to rotate 4 midfielders, and now I have 5 that I really like. So I have to drop one of them down to the under 18s for now, which I have to schedule them some games. I have to schedule them some friendlies so they can actually get some, because their match preparation or their match sharpness is down pretty low there. So I have to get that going. Alrighty, and now we are on to the game. And there was something I wanted to talk about. I'm going to try to pepper in a few things here, but I can't remember what I wanted to do. What I wanted to talk about. Oh, I think it was probably a tactic. So I have 3 of the tactics up here. It's really the ones that I like, and they're all the same. And they train them all each week. So if I had to switch back and forth between either one of these 3, then the familiarity isn't going to be a problem. So might be something that you would want to do. Or not. Do whatever you want. Your game. You're safe. And on to the game. Yeah. see who their key player is. Simon Shaw. He's a goalkeeper. Yeah, we'll see what he's like. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Well, here's Chris Evans here, our goalkeeper. Not that bad. Pretty good. 3-star ability, 5-star potential. Only 19. So once we move on to professional, then you know he might start to develop. I wanted to show you me, my attributes here. So when I did the coaching thing, usually I would max everything out as much as possible, but I wanted to kind of make this as realistic as possible. So my professional license is A, and that's what it said it would be like. That's what it should be for this team and this league. I'm in Springfield, Ohio, 33 years old, and I usually wear glasses, but sometimes. And goal rate, goal differential for and against, games won, games played, and you can pause it if you want to. All right, let's check the boys out in the dressing room here. Should be winning fairly comfortably. Get them all happy, get them raring to go, and let's kick off. Now we just played someone, a team from the league above us, and I wouldn't say won handily, but won comfortably. And then now we're playing one of the bottom teams in relegation. It could be in a relegation battle, and let's see how we go. We're going to still keep it on attacking. In the past few games, I've kept it on attacking when I started out with, regardless who I've been playing, and it hasn't done too well. So I think I'm going to start going to control to start off games, because that seems to usually turn around once I change to that. And the shots are going up, so that's probably what we need to do. The possession was probably a little low to start off with. I didn't see where it was at, but it was probably a little low, and that was probably our issue. Like I said, I like to keep it at like 80%, and that's usually on my teams, the better teams I was playing. And I don't think that's going to be the key here. I'd probably say 65 to 70% passing. Did I say possession? I meant passing. Pretty sure I said passing. I can't remember. Passing. 65 to 70%. All right, get the ball off him. Get the ball off him. Doing pretty good. They're looking pretty tired. Need to rest your boys. He's not. All right. He's not kicking it out from. He's kicking it far. What's going on here? I need to check this out. Take short kicks. What if I just do take short kicks to fullbacks? Maybe that'll help. I have to remember to change that when I get done with this game. But he's not kicking it short. It's kind of upsetting me. And then we're gonna get a goal from it. He kicks it long once and we get a goal. Figures. I'm gonna call that lucky. He got a lucky bounce on that one. He got lucky. Normally doesn't happen. And yeah, he got an assist from that. That's your only assist you're gonna get this year if I have my way. Now if I forget to turn it back on when I get to the tactics screen, and we start scoring goals from the goalkeeper, maybe I'll keep it on. But other than that, we'll play out from the back. Like I said, I like holding on to the ball. I like keeping possession. Even though I do like the long ball forward, I like the long ball. There's something nice about that. You know, they say in the lower leagues you're supposed to, lump it forward because your players aren't that good. Just get the ball up. You can't really play a possession game because the fields are shitty. So just hit it long, hit it forward. But when I play with the better teams on my lead save, even though I am playing the cheating tactic of a 5-2-3. I hit it long. So it is what it is. You can call me a cheater for playing with that tactic, but I just try to have fun on that save, not really worrying about realism. So, all right, I'm gonna tell them there's room for improvement because they're only up 1-0, and I want to look at review here. So 9 shots, 4 on target, and I would rather win a game with like 10 shots and 9 on target, and then 24 shots and 10 on target. I'd rather get the shots on target than a massive amount of shots. Clear-cut chances at 2 with only 1 goal. Half chances. Possession is at 55. Passing is at 71. That's right where I expect it to be. Might have been a little bit lower than we were on attacking, but that's what it is for now. Trying to do a little bit more play-by-play here like the real announcers do, but you know, I always fuck up names. I'm really horrible with that. So sorry about that. I try to make this a little bit more entertaining, or as entertaining as I can be. Alright, so I think we're gonna go with a low rating here, and he is doing horrible. And we got Dan Derbyshire, but he is a defensive forward. He's an advanced. We'll make him an advanced forward, maybe so we can switch him around with Bird. And we're gonna do. He is a bit. Well, his sharpness went up. It was like 86 at the beginning of the match. That's good. I really need to start getting 2 left and 2 right backs that are really good, because they always seem like they're the ones that are always knackered. So probably because running up and down the pitch. Well, because they are running up and down the pitch. So next time when I find some wing backs, right or left backs, I'm gonna see if I can get some with good natural fitness. That'll probably help. And Derbyshire almost gets a goal. I wanted to see if we can switch the 2 around and see how that'll work. Keep him up there and have Bird as defensive forward. Nope, just keep it like it is. Keep it like it is. And we have a corner, which we have not done well. I can't. I'm not a good strategist on the corners and set pieces. I usually just find something online that works and go with that. But this one hasn't been working very well. So, but I'll keep it like it is. We're not allowing goals on set pieces, so that's good enough for me. And we're gonna make a change here, and I don't know if I want to do. If anybody's playing really bad, nobody's playing really bad, so we're gonna go with Billy Murphy, and Ben Holmes is gonna come in for him. I'm gonna switch him to box-to-box midfielder. Actually, let's see what he can do. Nothing. I believe Holmes is a natural left midfielder. See what Jake Jones, he can't do anything else. So we're gonna keep it like this. He was having a 7.3 as a ball winning midfielder. Let's keep it at that. We're gonna keep it like it was. See if we can get a brace here. I'm gonna use a shout here real quick. I'm gonna demand more. Always forget to use the shout. Shouts are good. Some people don't use them. I like them. I didn't use them when I started out, but usually if you tell them if you need them to push forward, then they usually push forward. Or also you can look at their body language. If they're nervous or anything, you can usually tell them to calm down or frustrated or whatever, and they're gonna get a goal. Nope. No. Hold it out, boys. Another 10 seconds. You better kick it short. Oh, damn it. I wanted to see if he would kick it short. Oh, well. So we had 18 shots on goal. Shots, and then 7 on target, which need to get that up. But we were away. But they were a pretty shitty team. So, but hey, we won. And I'm going to go with... I hate this one. Very good performance, which makes me ask why. That's so... Ugh. And they're happy. And I want to show you something else that kind of, if you're having morale issues, or you're having players that are upset, there's a really quick fix to that. It's not a fix, but it'll help them out in the short term. Say you have a big match coming up, like a championship match, or one that you want to raise up morale, and you don't want to do a team meeting. There's a thing you can do. It takes a little bit of time, but you have to be patient, because it does help. Let's see here. Give Bird a little pat on the back. See what Bird's doing so far. Yeah, did he sign a new contract? He did not sign a new contract, so I don't know if I'm going to keep him. I don't know how well he'll translate. well suited to evo-stik. He might come in as a backup, stay on as a backup, but man, he's banging them in. 33 goals. Unbeaten record in 31 matches. I don't know how that happened. I've never had a run like that before. I don't know if we're just overpowered or I made the right signings or whatever. Certainly not cheating. I don't have the what's it called, the editor. But anyways, when you come over to dynamics, instead of having a team meeting, which I guess we'll do one real quick. See, keep it up. The reason why I can't be promoted this year. Sure. Exactly what I was looking for. So you can come into happiness, and let's see, Elliot Richards, he is content. So you just come over and go into interactions, praise, and then praise conduct, and raise that up a little bit. So where is he at now? Still content. Charlie Gorman, I don't think I can talk to him. Praise conduct, he is at content. That's just like a quick way that you can raise overall happiness. Just give him a little pat on the back. You can do training level or whatever you want, but usually if you go with conduct, it'll work. Let's see, he's very happy. Usually I only do if they're yellow, but we'll just do Billy Murphy real quick, and we'll end this one. So praise player, praise conduct, last game. I really don't look at it, just boom, conduct, recent conduct. So we are in a great atmosphere. And that usually helps. So that is the end of the episode. Please subscribe, please like, and please comment. And everyone, be excellent to one another.